So this Drake beef, obviously going into it, a lot of people probably thought it's going to bring in a lot of trolls and a lot of people that are clout chasing and trying to gain an audience off of the situation and really garner a lot of attention. And it looks like we weren't far off with that because there are a couple Twitter accounts that are really taking advantage of the situation and sort of inserting themselves in a way to make it seem like they are involved in the situation and trying to fabricate likes and views and all that. But before we get into it, remember to like the video, subscribe. So the first account I want to talk about is Ebony Prince 2K24. So a lot of you guys may have seen this account pop up in the last couple days. He's gone crazy just in the past 24 hours. When I found the account, he had 10K followers, and now, not even a day later, he's sitting at 53,000. So obviously he's garnering a lot of attention from this back and forth and sort of inserting himself. So the first thing that he tweeted was on 5/10, which is yesterday for me recording this video. Ebony, New York City, USA, Ontario, Canada, Paris, France, London, UK, Moscow. Just all the locations they have this jewelry store. Then secondly, this is where it starts to get interesting. So Ebony Prince posted, "King at Kendrick Lamar is not a liar. I am not a thief." Number 2, Mr. Aubrey Graham and Mr. Livingston Allen, academics, have until noon Monday 5/13/24 to retract your claims of theft, or my attorney, Miss Andreen Edward, and I will exhaust every legal option. And then attached was this video.
I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom. I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind him. Life is hard, I know. The challenges always go beat us home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we grown. And you're a good kid that need good leadership. Let me be your mentor since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your back, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son. Never fall in the escort business, that's bad religion. Please remember, you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never code switch, whether right or wrong. You're a black man, even if it don't benefit your goals. Do some push-ups, get some discipline. Don't cut through corners like your daddy did. Fuck what Ozempic did. Don't pay to play with them Brazilians. Get a gym membership. Understand, I'm throwing rocks and hiding hands, that's law. Don't be ashamed of who you with, that's how he treats your moms. Don't have a kid to hide a kid to hide a kid, be sure. 5% will comprehend, but 95 is lost. Be proud of who you are. Strength come from within. Got a superstar that's real, but your daddy ain't one of them. And you do nothing like him. You'll carry yourself as kid. Can't understand me right now. Just pass me.
So we're going to get into more about this video in a second. One of the things that really stands out to me right away is having having the items and just the difference in how they look. A lot of people are saying, flash, being in the middle of the night, and different angles and stuff, but we'll compare them more in a bit. Let's go through the rest of these tweets. So next, he tweets to Mr. Aubrey Graham, "May this photo help jog your memory as to where you discarded those items. The issue in the photo should also jog your memory. Jimmy Brooks would not have been proud of you that night." So immediately he's saying that Drake was at a hotel on 1/22/2023, January 22nd of last year, and this is just a screenshot of the CCTV that Drake might have thrown out those items at that hotel, and this person picked them up and kept them for whatever reason, or sort of kept them strategically. But this could so as of right now, where this stands is a lot of people are thinking this could be somebody on Drake's team who dug after these items and kept them and truly became the mole, like Kendrick said. Or this could just be an angry hotel worker who might have gotten disrespected by Drake's team, whatever. Or, just a clout chasing hotel worker. So a couple possibilities as to who this could be. Immediately, no replies allowed, and he's tagging, Kendrick, Rick Ross, and a bunch, Charlamagne the God, and a bunch of news outlet stations. So immediately I'm thinking this can't be Kendrick. This can't be anybody on Kendrick's team. But let's keep going. So he then says, "You've had many things discarded on your behalf over the years. I wonder if you can remember them all. You're blocking my money with your lies. You have forced me to get it another way. Push-ups? Really? You should have kept that to yourself. Had you not lied, I would have just waited until you died to sell my goods. And then he tweets out this interesting tweet. It said, 2 black American men became unemployed at this exact moment, and you made an enemy. And he tweets like a crop photo of that screenshot, and it's of the timestamp of that CCTV screenshot. So essentially they're alluding to that this person got fired by Drake. It was somebody on Drake's entourage and, made a new enemy, and they've been looking to get their get back from Drake ever since then. So immediately, if this is true, this means that Drake and his camp know exactly who this is. So I don't believe this to be true necessarily, because maybe they're just saying that Drake fired somebody on his team at that moment, and it might have not been the person that's behind this account. But just reading that makes you think that this person is saying they got fired, which I just don't believe, because had Drake fired you, like I said, Drake's camp would know exactly who it is. And it just wouldn't be a good look, because, they would know who they're dealing with and can take legal action or whatever other action from there. So then he says, how do we know you're not like us? We never come back after we curse out the service providers. It's a weird tweet. A lot of people are just saying, stop being cryptic, tell us what you mean. You literally have thousands just sitting there by their phone waiting. At this point, I just think he's yapping. 6 months later, we return, and he tweets out an article where they're essentially saying, the only mention of Drake is, the teen told Friday he loves Drake and even went to Drake's recent concert. It was fantastic. I enjoyed the show. I got nothing against Drake. It's something about a lawsuit. I'm not going to read into all of it. It doesn't seem like there's anything there. And then this account just sort of keeps yapping on about different things and about how companies are trying to contact him to buy information and all this stuff. And, it just seems clout chasey. But, so basically where I stand with this account is they're trying to lead a bunch of people into thinking that it's a real account and that, it's really somebody or the mole that Kendrick has behind this account running a bunch of, or really trying to expose Drake and put the nail in the coffin. But that could be taken at face value, but at the same time, I like to think, why is this account made? Why are we seeing this? And, what's their motive? So, obviously their motive could be to destroy Drake. And if they do have this info, somebody who Drake might have done dirty. But at the same time, a lot of times when we have situations like this, the fans go to extreme measures to sort of insert themselves. So I don't want to put past the thought of this being just a fan or somebody watching the beef from afar, had that similar shirt or bought the same shirt off eBay, whatever, and then just fabricated the rest. It's not hard to fabricate prescription bottles or to fabricate a fake invoice. Really, the hardest part would be to nail the handwriting, which you can't really even clearly see the handwriting on the invoices in the video. So even then, you're sort of reducing the hardest part that you'd have to fabricate in order to make this believable. And with how fast the internet runs with different narratives, it's hard to believe this. But then we go into this account called King Jared @CertifiedJared. 22,000 followers. It looks like they've been around for a while. 62,000 tweets. And they just recently inserted themselves in the beef and just started responding to the claims that this new account, this Ebony Prince, is making. And this guy's been on here for a while, so I do believe that it's just a fan or somebody that might have some inside info that has, just sort of been sitting on the sidelines for a while. But this is not a new account, so it's obviously been the same person for a while running this account. I'm going to go through a few of the tweets by Certified Jared, and we're sort of just going to dissect them and talk more about them. So he made this really long tweet, and essentially it's debunking the claims that Ebony Prince made. It says, I think Drake planted the items Kendrick used on his cover art. Here's a breakdown of the video of the items he possessed and a snapshot of the Mark's Hotel lobby CCTV that surfaced. The video was recorded a few hours ago on 5/10/24. The laptop in the video is a Panasonic CF31 from 2012. The person recorded this video on an older phone. Besides the items from the cover, they included an Adderall bottle, Brooklyn newspaper dated 5/8/24, Canada souvenirs, and a bag from the Holt Renfrew which is a department store in Yorkville, Toronto. It was as recorded at Harriet's Rooftop Lounge at one hotel or Kendrick's penthouse. The CCTV Snapchat is from the lobby of the Mark Hotel at New York City at 3:19 a.m. on 1/22/23. Drake stayed here for his Apollo Theater show on 1/21/23 and 1/22/23 and returned from a party after his show in this photo. You can see two people in his crew. One of the security guards on the left and OVO Juju, who wore Pharrell's jewelry in the Family Matters video on the right. The person in the wheelchair has been seen with Drake in 2018 and had a Snapchat video with DJ Khaled. The items probably came from this hotel at a later date. He stays here often. Drake went to Popular Jewelry in Chinatown on 7/17/2023 before the IABB tour shows. The name on the receipt was the stylist, Drew Ferguson. The Ozempic bottle also shows the date of 7/17/23. How would Drake possess two items the same dates of the opposite sides of the country when he was already in New York City? This makes no sense. Nadine Gosselin's business card is included in the photo. They met together in New York on 7/24/23. She made a bone chain for Drake that he wore to his show in 10/6/23. I think this person is using tech from a decade ago. The camera quality is terrible and it was a different lighting. So basically he's saying that he thinks that Drake planted this, and he doesn't think that, yes, the items are real from what he's saying, but this isn't anything that would be to concern for Drake. This is just a bunch of items that were left behind at the hotel that, purposely or unpurposely, whatever. The fact that it might have been recorded in Kendrick's hotel is pretty crazy, or in Kendrick's penthouse, whatever. He tweeted photos of where Kendrick's penthouse is and sort of the view that it would have. So it sort of lines up, sort of doesn't. So that's up to speculation. But as of right now, the information could be planned or it could just be fabricated. There was another tweet of them saying that this could also just be fake. Just fake things that were garnered up by fans and just sort of, planted to make it seem like they're a part of the beef. And my theory behind it is just that it's an account trying to run up followers and trying to run up clout. They're not actually going to tweet any information. They're just trying to run up as much as they can so that they can sell the account and, run off with a good payday. I don't think this account actually has any info that we haven't been receiving or any info that we haven't seen. He later tweets, Christian Alvarez, the person who was with Drake's entourage at the Mark on the date of the video at the same place as the video with Drake's old possessions was recorded at the views, tiles, and railing are the same. So essentially they're saying that this person is the mole and has all the stuff that Drake, apparently lost in this video, and he's shown being at that same hotel and with that same background that the video was posted in. And the place is the One Hotel's Brooklyn rooftop. So that already confirms that this isn't Kendrick's penthouse and this is just the top of a hotel. And this is pretty interesting to see because they're really honing in on one person being the mole. But then again, King Jared, who has been here for a while, could just be, doesn't seem like he's trolling, but it seems like he's really piecing together a lot of the things that are being made, a lot of the claims that are being made by this Ebony Prince account. And personally, I just think it's all fabricated. I'm not taking any of this at face value and believing any of this to be true until any actual info comes out and is in our site and we're seeing firsthand. But what do you guys think? Do you think any of this info is true? Do you think that this account is going to leak any info of Drake? I guess we're going to see on Monday, 5/13. If this video is out by then, we'll see if it's real. We'll see if it's not. But personally, I think this person just clout chasing. They're just going to keep pushing the ball back. It seems like after a while, after the video, they were sort of just yapping and not really tweeting anything of substance. And the King Jared account, there's a lot more tweets. There's a lot of things that they tweeted out that sort of debunk a lot of things. So I'll link his Twitter and the Ebony Prince's Twitter down in the description. You guys can check them out for yourselves if you'd like. What do you guys think of this back and forth? Do you think it's getting too deep? Do you think it's going to continue? And do you think we're going to see more diss tracks? Let me know in the comments. Remember to like the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Didn't even open his phone and just show the calendar. This nigga picked up a newspaper. Dumb old. We're already getting clues, people, all right? Also, they're saying Kendrick lives in Brooklyn. Now, I'm going to kind of hold off on the it's Kendrick angle for right now, But Kendrick is a suspect too, okay? We're gonna find out during this broadcast who it is.
I'm sorry that you gotta grow up in this damn.
Okay, what's seen here